Welcome everyone. Today we will be discussing a significant milestone in Ontario's technological advancement, the transition or the shifting to the cloud computing and the closure of 20 data centers. I am from Group 5 and here is the list of my group members. In the upcoming slides, we will be discussing each and everything about this topic. I'm starting with this slide of brief introduction of the topic, which is Ontario shifting to cloud computing and the closure of 20 data centers. Basically, Ontario is shifting its IT infrastructure to the cloud computing, which means like storing data and running application over the internet. This move allows many benefits to the province like save cost, increase flexibility and the improve security. As a result, all the traditional data centers are being closed down and the cloud computing support Ontario digital transformation goals, enable data analysis, and it also reduce environmental impacts. However, it may increase some risks like data privacy and selecting the right cloud provider and the managing the migration process. However, overall, this transition or this shifting benefits Ontario by creating a more efficient, scalable, and the sustainable IT infrastructure. Before moving further, firstly we need to know what is exactly a data center. In a simple term, data center is a big building that store or manage a lot of computers, data and equipment. It has everything needed to keep the computer running smoothly like server, storage system and the network devices. The data center also has a special system to provide like power, cooler, computer and the ensure security. All these components work together to make sure data is stored securely and can be accessed quickly when it's needed.
Hi, my name is Tulsi. To continue the presentation further, I will be telling you what was the state of data centers when government decided to shut them down. According to 75% of participants in a survey, the world needed a new energy efficiency. In 2014, when people started to move with the MTDC, multi-tenant data centers, and the big industries started to divide their workload with private data centers, the government-owned data centers become useless. On the other hand, few of companies started to shift with cloud computing. On top of all, Google's investment of $7.35 billion in their private infrastructure started the downfall of government-oriented data centers. Finally, 2014 became the year when cloud computing won over data centers. They faced trouble in the beginning while transferring the messaging system to cloud computing, while some of the companies managed to keep on their system but on private basis. And when it became headache for them, they used the help of Office 365 service and get relief from managing their infrastructure on their own.
Hi everyone, hope you are doing great. Myself Jatin Kalra. I will explain you slide that says the Ontario data center shutdown will save $20 million. I will tell you how. By shutting it down, we will get relief from management cost such as the manpower needed to run it and the big maintenance costs such as money spent every year on energy resources like electric energy, as well as we can concentrate on our resources very well because clouds doesn't need too many resources, which will help us to get better contract rates. And if we see, the infrastructure needed to have the data center was too large before, but now we can also get relief from it as we will no longer need it for any reason. So now benefits of cloud computing. First of all, it will save our cost as I explained in the previous slide, and then scalability. Cloud services provide scalability by allowing you to easily scale resources up or down based on the demand. Then as a security measure, it provides more secure way to protect data than any other data center. Moreover, reliability. They implement robust backup and disaster recovery mechanism, which means backup and restore data more effectively. Last but not least, availability. Now we can access to more application easily as we shift to the cloud computing, and cloud service provider often offer service level agreements that specify guaranteed level of availability and uptime, which is more beneficial for any company that their services is like 24/7.
Hi, it's just Veer here. Let's discuss some of the challenges faced during migrating to cloud. Firstly, security and privacy. This is major concern while migrating sensitive data to cloud. Robust security protocols, encryption method, and strict access control is vital to protect and maintain the data privacy. Data loss is another challenge faced during cloud migration. Organizations must have comprehensive backup and recovery strategies in order to reduce the risk of losing critical data. Cost management is crucial. While cloud computing can reduce costs, organizations need to monitor usage and optimize resource allocations. And as implementation of cost management strategies to avoid unexpected expenses. Compliance and legal issues are also important consideration. Organizations must comply with industry-specific regulations and ensure that their cloud service provider have necessary certification and security standards. Human error and lack of skills can cause delays and mistakes. Proper training, upskilling, and hiring skilled professionals is key to mitigate these challenges. Addressing these challenges require proper planning, collaboration with cloud service provider, and a well-defined migration strategies in order to reduce all the risks during this migration. Thanks.
So, moving on to the topic of why we rejected the following topics, those were data centers are the new frontier against the climate change and the COVID 19 impacts on the data center. Well, these both topics were interesting and a good thing to talk about. We still didn't find our goals and objective while discussing through our team, so we shifted our goal and the presentation towards the shift of data center to cloud computing. So the following will be our references that we took from various sites and places.